performance of this prosecutor. Was it brilliant or was it a bust? And wow, we have got quite a team tonight, starting with Kelly Saindon, former prosecutor out of Chicago.
I think he did a terrific job. I think that he made it exciting.
That's it? He made it exciting? Is that enough?
No, he made it exciting. No, it's not enough, but it keeps the jury interested, and he's tying it together. He's showing the inconsistencies. He showed motive. He showed opportunity. He met the burden for at least manslaughter, put it in front of the jury, and said, hey, this is exciting, and remember, there's a teenager that was doing nothing wrong that lost his life. So I think he kept it engaging. They've been sitting there for a while. He made it so it was tied together, and he once again reminded everyone the purpose of this was justice for somebody that died. And this isn't a race issue. This is the fact that Zimmerman is a wannabe cop who had a gun, whose story doesn't add up, and he's going to secure a conviction, I think.
Nope.
All right, Janet Johnson.
It was a bust. It was like in Peanuts when the parents are talking and the wah, 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 wah. It went on, and he kept that anger that it was so elevated, you started to tune it out. And quite frankly, he was just trying to argue what a defense attorney would argue, that there's reasonable doubt. Yeah, there are inconsistencies. That doesn't point to guilty. That points to reasonable doubt, and that's exactly the defense point.
J. Wendell Gordon.
I think the inconsistencies pointed to the lies that George Zimmerman has been telling from day one. And I think the prosecutor did a great job bringing out in exquisite detail all the inconsistencies or lies that George Zimmerman has been accustomed to telling ever since this case began.
Frank Taffy, former neighbor of George Zimmerman and supporter.
Well, I thought the closing argument was quite salacious, convoluted, and a true obfuscation of the truth. I think De La Ronda really stretched it out today with this equalizer. The point being that George didn't have the weapon drawn. It was still concealed. And if Trayvon, anybody could have jumped George in that dark corner there. So I didn't know where he was going with the equalizer unless he wanted to be on that TV show again.
Wendy Murphy, former prosecutor.
Look, on a spectrum of pure fantasy to pathetic, I would grade this guy a big fat limp noodle. I thought it was at times pure comedy. Look, and it's not that he's not skillful. He seems to be a very good lawyer, but you cannot make a silk's purse out of a cow's butt, or whatever that saying is. I mean, there simply is no evidence to argue. And you know the argument, you know, if you don't have the facts, argue the law. If you don't have the law, argue the facts. If you don't have either, pound the table.
Yes.
This was all table pounding, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Well,